Hi there everybody, it's Natasha Wilkinson, your independent Scentsy consultant from Mount Isa, Australia. Now you might be able to hear the TV going in the background in the next room. You might be able to hear children yelling up the hallway. It's school holidays, there's a mob of children here, which is why I'm hiding in the bedroom to try and film this. So, I have this massive box, but there's not very much in it. There is some wax bars, a couple of consultant items I wanted to go through. And then a few days later, I did pick up a bunch of consultant items because a lot of items in the consultant store went on sale. So I picked up a bunch of items, but that hasn't come yet. So I will show you my big consultant haul later. But I thought I would show you what's in this box anyway. So let's start off with the 6-pack of wax I purchased. So for me, when it comes to wax, there are a lot in the regular catalogue that I really do enjoy, but I find that there's also so much limited time only wax coming out. My Scentsy Club has a lot in it that when it comes to actually purchasing regular catalogue scents, it's not that I don't want to purchase them and don't want to warm them, because I love a lot of them. It's just that I kind of forget to sometimes, and I'm so busy warming those LTOs and reviewing those LTOs and adding items to my Scentsy Club that I want to keep and warming my Scentsy Club items that I sometimes get a little bit, I guess, lapsy when it comes to our regular catalogue items. Saying that though, there are some staples that I really do love, and I was in the mood for some of just the regular catalogue waxes and realised I didn't have much when it came to that, because I've used it up and because I have been pretty not picking them up because I've been going through so much of the others. So I picked myself up a 6-pack of catalogue waxes. So I picked up a watermelon tangerine. This is just a beautiful tropical watermelon scent. I don't really smell tangerine when I smell this. I smell more of that fresh watermelon. This is one of my scents that I really love to warm when the weather's really hot. It's not heavy. You just get that beautiful sweet watermelon tropical scent. So I always love to have one on hand for really hot weather for that one. Another staple I love to have on hand, which I had totally run out of, is Amazon Rain. This is another really pretty summery tropical scent to me. You smell fresh coconut, you smell sweet floral. There's also a citrus note, and it's just this beautiful melody of combinations with those 3 scents. It's fresh and sweet and summery at the same time. I normally throw this throughout the laundry, throughout the kitchen. Occasionally I'll warm it in the open concept area, but for me this is kind of my go-to summer scent for laundry and kitchen. So another staple which I haven't had for a while, which I like to keep a bar of, is black raspberry and vanilla. This one is a deep, rich, tart black raspberry scent. It is mellowed out a little bit by the vanilla, so it softens it out a little bit, but you still get that rich, tart black raspberry. And there's something in the formulation of black raspberry and vanilla that people are calling the magic bar, because if you have warmers that have residue or stain residue on your dish, pop a couple of cubes in this and warm it. It helps to lift the stain residue off. Black raspberry and vanilla does, as well as smelling totally awesome. So these other ones I just recently used up my last bar of pink cotton. I love to have at least one of these on hand when I'm in the mood for clean, crisp and fresh. This is a clean, crisp, fresh linen scent, but when it warms, this berry comes through and you get a sweetness at the same time. I'm normally not one that gravitates towards just plain laundry. I like a little bit of sweetness, and I think the pink berry in that just melds beautifully with pink cotton. So Silver Bells is a staple for me when it comes to minty scents. This is just a fresh, fruity, minty scent. Candy cane, slightly sweet. Again, it's one of those scents I like to warm when I'm trying to brighten up and freshen up the house and clean the house. I tend to like to reach for minty scents when I'm doing that. I would warm this all year round. This generally goes into my Scentsy Club each catalogue changeover, because it normally only comes out in our spring summer catalogue, and then our autumn winter here in Australia it normally gets then vaulted up. And because there's no guarantee that we'll bring it back every spring summer, even though we have been lucky and they have lately, but there is no guarantee. No scent is safe, so I always make sure I pop this in my club at the end of catalogue season, just so I know I can always get it. And the other one was Pacific Sandalwood. Again, this is another one at the end of this catalogue that will go into my Scentsy Club in multiple of. My son also likes this, and it's one they generally bring out in our spring summer and then gets vaulted up for the autumn winter catalogue. And because no scent is safe and there's no guarantee they will bring it back when they retransition again, I want to make sure I have multiples of these in my club, and that is Pacific Sandalwood. This is one of my go-to bedroom scents. It's just this beautiful sweet mixture, warm, comforting sandalwood with a sweetness of vanilla in it. But to me, the combination of that sandalwood and that woodsy warm with the vanilla kind of gives me a more caramel-esque vibe. I kind of think I'm smelling warm and comforting and caramel mixed with that woodsy note. It is absolutely beautiful. Slightly perfumey, slightly woodsy, but it is so beautiful. So, I think I just picked up a Little Mermaid Kiss the Girl. This is no longer in my Scentsy Club from the clearance section, just because I wanted to have an extra one of this. This is kind of a fruity aquatic scent, so they are the bars I picked up. Now let's delve into consultant items I picked up. So every month here I do a store at my local market, and because it's a monthly store, there are compliance rules that we can do displays, have order forms, have our booklets, have our catalogues for people to take home. We can book parties, but we can't actually have stock to sell at the actual store. So we can take orders though, and order orders, because it's a regular monthly store. So we can't actually bring a whole heap of stock with us. We can bring warmers, we can bring items and put on display for people to see. And that's what I tend to do, because I tend to buy a lot of this stuff myself. I will bring them for people to see. This month I would probably have brought my Christmas warmers. Over Halloween I brought all the Halloween warmers for people to see, so they could order when we had our Stitch warmer released and our Buddies released. I brought the Buddies because I brought all of them for myself, and they were on display, and I ended up, I think, selling and placing orders for quite a few Stitch warmers and quite a few Buddies that way. But I couldn't buy them as stock and sell them there on the day. I had to basically do it through orders, being a monthly store. But I do find by having the order forms out, the wind tends to pick them up and blow them away a lot. So I picked up a 3-pack of clipboards. I thought these would come in handy for the markets. I can clip the order forms on there with a pen if people want to place an order while at the market store, and it's weighty enough that it will stop blowing those order forms away. The other thing I picked up was, and I absolutely love this, I get this every year since I've joined. I think this is my I joined 2020, so I got 2021s, and I did get 2020s as well. I joined February 2020, so even though I didn't use it till halfway through the year. So this is my third one I've picked up, and that's the 2022 consultant planner from the consultant store. I am going to walk through actually what I personally do with mine. So when you open it up, you get your master goal statement, so you can write down what your goals are for 2022, what you're hoping to achieve, your belief statement. It gives you a annual tracker, an annual sales for annual tracker, and annual mentor if you're aiming for those awards. They are awards that I think go from May 1st to April 30th each year, and any consultant can aim to get those awards. So if you're aiming to get those awards, you can track your progress, you can see what you need to get, and you can break it down into smaller goals to make it more achievable. So it gives you 6 skills of a selling system, so it gives ideas of basically how to run your business and build your team. Then you have your 2022 calendar, your 2023 calendar. If you need to have a quick look at what day, just for planning. You've got your holidays and dates around the world. And then you go into your start off with your month. So now we're in January with cute little pictures, and then you get January's monthly calendar, so you can write things on there. You can write when your scent of the month's coming out, you can write when specific launches are coming out, you can write if you've got a party booking. So you can just look at the month at a glance to see what is at a glance. You get your monthly power hour. So I sit down, so you can put a PRV goal, you can put if you've got special follow-ups to do, if you've got special orders that you may have pre-orders to enter, any training ideas, check-ins, share the opportunities. So it kind of gives you a quick overview of what you might want to achieve that month. It gives you a daily tracking log, so you can track your PRV, your team wholesale volume, your group wholesale volume. So they're in every month from January to December. Then you get your daily calendar, and then usually at the end of each month, it gives you a few pages where you can write notes. So they're the same basically from February to December. So if we flick to the back here, you've also got other areas for notes, areas with your art so you can sketch some ideas. There's also graph paper to sketch ideas. There is pocket if you want to keep order forms. There's stickers and a colouring in page. So that's what comes in it when you buy it. So as I said, I wanted to go through what I actually do with mine. So I use all that, but then I use more. So I go and purchase off Here in Australia, we don't actually have a company called Happy Planner, but we have subsets that sell Happy Planner items. So I purchase extras and add it to this that I also use myself. So the first thing I purchase are these larger rings. So I will take these rings out and put larger rings in to make my journal a little bit bigger and to fit the extras I want to pop in. So because I do all my planning, I like to purchase extra notepad paper in there. I'm a pen to paper girl, so I plan out what my YouTube videos are going to be for the month. I plan out any personal promotions that I'm writing, and usually there's not enough note paper that it comes with, so I like to add extra note paper in mine. The other thing I like to buy is this year they only had the mini ones, budget extension pack, but I do have some left over from last year with the right size. But the mini ones will still fit in as an addendum if I need it. But, so, the budget ones have an expense tracker on it. So I have, with washi tape, with some of them, washi taped out expense. So what I do is, I have a section in my Goal Getter or my planner for Scentsy Club orders and my own Scentsy Club orders as well. With the washi tape, I do a little tag so it's easy to find. And that's one of my goals for 2022, is to try and build up a Scentsy Club base, because that's basically instant PRV. I love Scentsy Club myself. Here in Region 3, we have already started Scentsy Club 2.0, where you can get special referral links and get loyalty points. So for myself, I have a winter Scentsy Club, a yearly Scentsy Club, a summer Scentsy Club on quarterly basis, and I have a monthly Scentsy Club. So this is why I've washi taped expenses off. So I've put down up to a year's of dates when they are due to ship. So my summer Scentsy Club is due to ship 18th of October, 18th of January, 18th of April, 18th of July. And I can then write in the expense tracker the amount that's due to come out of my account, so I know how much is coming out of my account. And then where it says category or description, after it ships, I will write shipped, or if I have decided to skip that month, I will write skipped. Now, the reason I do this is because once every 12 months, you're allowed to skip your Scentsy Club subscription without losing your Always Get My bars. And I skipped my 18th of October one here, so I know that if I don't want to lose any of my Always Get My bars, I won't be able to skip to October again. But say April comes around 6 to 9 months later and I can't remember that I skipped that, I then would have to go back in and search all my records, which would take a long time. But because it's been written down here, it's a lot quicker for me just to go to my planner and see, right, I've skipped 18th of October, I don't want to risk skipping it, or do I want to lose those bars? So that's just personal use for me. But with customers ones, I would probably also put in the Scentsy Club that I've got these, I would change it up a little bit. I would put, right, I've got this amount of PRV coming. If I was having goals to get my 500 PRV, generally my goal is each month to get at least 500 PRV a month, because I am a star consultant. Most of the people under me, they're not in it for a business, they're in it for their own hobby, they're in it just to get their own wax at a special deal, so they're not always active every month. But I know if I want to get paid at Tidal, I need to have at least 500 PRV. So if I can see one of my teammates are active, then I know what I need to work towards. And so what I would do is with customers one, it would just have the dates. I wouldn't put names down. I would just have dates that I've got and such PRV coming out in Scentsy Club, and it would give me an idea of what PRV I've got coming in. That, well, I still do need to work your business, but it will give me an idea of what PRV that's coming through Scentsy Club. It would give me an idea of whose Scentsy Club orders are going to be shipped out, so I know who to send Happy Mail to. So that's what I like to use the expense trackers for. The other thing I like to use the expense trackers for are basically any pre-orders. If we have a launch of something and I have customers, say for instance the Harry Potter warmer, I had 3 pre-orders for 3 warmers and 4 pre-orders for the wax bars. So I can put the pre-orders down on that list in a accounting section, so I know who to follow up with when they get released, saying their pre-orders ready to redeem, if they've paid their deposit, who to send invoices to. So it always comes in handy, those expense trackers, for those type of things as well. And I also use it for tax purposes as well. So if I'm buying anything for my business, I have one of these at the end of January, at the end of February, at the end of March, at the end of April, at the end of each month basically, where as I'm buying things for my business, I can write the amount, and then at the end of each month I go and add it into an Excel sheet, so I'm not coming around June, July having to do 12 months worth of tax in one hit for my accountant. It's there, ready to print out, ready to go, and I don't forget to add anything because I've kept a record as I've brought things and popped them in the expense tracker each month. So that's basically what I like to use the budgeting Happy Planner sections for. I always like to pick up extra pockets because I can pop order forms in there, I can pop invoices in there, I can basically pop anything that I might need to take to my market event flyer wise. So I can pop monthly orders that I'm working on for pre-orders. So I like to have a few of these pocket things added in there. I throw in a little bookmark thing so it's easy for me to find out where I am up to in the month. So what else do I normally throw in there? So little divider thing so it's easy for me to find sections like this one. When I do my scent of the month videos, I write down my warming review, I write down my first cold sniffs review, and I keep them for 12 months in a note section, just scent of the month, so I can go back at the end of each year and do a review on all 12 scents. So I usually have a section for scent of the month. I usually have a section where I will throw in my ideas for videos and notes for YouTube that I'm doing, or for my VIP group. These envelopes also come in handy. I like to throw these in here, particularly when I'm at the markets or if I'm hosting an in-home party. I like to keep change in them, or if I need to give customers change or they're paying me for orders before I get it into the bank. It's just the perfect size to fit notes. It's the perfect size to fit receipts if you've brought something and I need to claim back on tax. So I love to have a few of those envelope type things in there. And this month I picked up, which I thought might come in handy, a daily planner extension. So if I want to plan my day out and want to plan my scheduling out for social media, I've got little extra pages of what I want to do today with my business and priorities. I thought that was a cute little extension thing. So I always like to look on and see what things I might think that I might like to add in here that I think will boost my business. So any stickers I haven't used that I think I might use, I'll add the extra stickers in. So that's basically how I run this book. I use everything that it comes with, but then I like to, as I said, throw extras in that I know I use regularly for my business as well, and those extra sheets, which always come in handy. So that was my quick video, my quick unboxing. I hope you enjoyed my little 2022 goal getter walkthrough and how I'm planning on working my goal getter. I will try to get back if my order arrives before we go away. We're actually traveling to New South Wales to visit family over Christmas. If not, then I will reveal my consultant haul at a later date. But we're not leaving till another week, so it may arrive before we leave. But if I don't see you all before I leave, I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. But I do have some orders coming, so I'm hoping they arrive before I leave to share them with you. And I will speak to you all later. So until then, stay safe and bye for now.